Yes.
So you saw Shaman get born, right? And you produced its first 2 records. Talking about Ritual, it resulted in Ritualive that we Brazilians consider the best live show of a Brazilian band of all time. And that was, in my opinion, like Andre at his peak. Was just flawless. He was singing like nobody. You participated in the show and you play guitar. And can you tell us a little bit about this experience?
Oh, it was a great experience. Also, this is when I met Toby, actually. First time, because he was also there as a guest. Yes.
Yeah, he was with that guy, right? Yeah.
He was also on the show.
Yeah. You play Sign of the Cross. So
he was with that guy, yes. And we talked before because I was recording Andre's performance for the first Avantasia stuff. But I just talked to Toby on the phone back in the day. And this is the first time we met. So we like called each other and said like, oh, let's meet and have to fly together. So we were flying together. So meeting at the Frankfurt airport, going to Brazil. And it was a great experience. The whole thing, it was, I don't know, it was just wonderful, actually. I still remember how it felt.
Is it true that in the end of the show you played Breaking the Law? Hugo, Shaman's guitar player, told me this, that your guitar was in a different tuning than the other guys' tuning.
The problem was very funny, it was very funny. I had my setup on a sound check, right? And I was playing I had my own amplifier when I was playing the show. But when Halloween joined them, the Halloween guys, Michael Weikart was there, and Andy Darris was there, right?
Yes.
And so when he took my amplifier, and then there was a spare amplifier, but we actually didn't check it for monitor sound, so I didn't hear anything, right? So, but nobody told me they tuned down the guitars. Nobody told me. So
they had a guitar just to play Carry On.
So I really didn't hear anything that I was playing on stage. So I was just playing completely blind. It was a little bit weird, So I was okay. What can I do? I just play, right? But then it was my solo, and then this I heard a little bit, and I was like starting with a bend. It was like, ooh, wow, what is going on? This is wrong, And then I realized this is the fucking wrong tuning, Just first time I heard my guitar was when I was the solo, right? And it was ridiculous. And then I was trying to cope with it for the rest of the song. It was very funny. It was a good friend of mine, Philip Colodetti, was in the recording mobile. And he said, because we worked together for a long time already, for lots of recordings, and he knows I'm not super stupid, at least. And he said like, no, can't be Sascha. It's like, and I was afterwards, I said, it was me. I didn't hear anything. And suddenly I played the solo. I found out I was fucking wrong because I didn't hear it before. It was probably outside. You couldn't really hear it because probably the sound man was just turning me down, I guess. Hopefully he did.
It wasn't your fault, man. I interviewed Hugo, and Hugo explained me that they had guitars and bass on the same tuning as yours for the entire show, but they had a specific guitar and a specific bass just to play Carry On, because Carry On is originally recorded a half tone down, right?
Yeah.
So they take these instruments and play Carry On, but they don't change the instruments, and you just come in the stage with a standard tuning guitar, and then this happens.
Yeah, and this is also because the Halloween guys usually play lower tuning. So just nobody told me, right? And I was just there with, But also the second show in Rio, something funny happened. In the end, it's all just memories. But also there, I wasn't pissed. It was just I came there. They forgot in the Rio on the Sao Paulo show. I had my amplifier and stuff. But in Rio, they forgot to rent an amplifier, so there was no amplifier for me. So there was a amplifier backstage, which was a Roland Jazz Chorus, I don't know if you know this, but the name says it all. Clean amp. Very clean amp. And I had a tube screamer with me, which is almost no distortion. And I was playing an old Stratocaster, 70s Strat, with like single coil pickups. So my sound was almost clean, right? And then I was like, oh shit, how can I make this happen? So I put this amplifier backstage and I fumbled around for 10 minutes, you know, to find a setting that kind of works for metal. And I also didn't play my guitar in the end. I played Hugo's spare guitar, Flying V. First time I played a V on stage, I was like, wow, really feeling like, wow, metal. And so I played his guitar. But what happened was, so I made this sound setting. I really tried to find something, and like this it works, and this and that. And they put the amplifier on stage, and there was a roadie, a technician, and he thought like, okay, I'm gonna zero everything. So
zero everything.
So I came on stage, and the sound was suddenly fucked up again, clean, because he put everything on zero because he thought it's better for me, so I can start fresh, right? I was like,
fucked up your song.
We put the amplifier backstage to find the sound, right? And it's a very complicated amplifier for metal. It's basically not metal at all. But anyway, it was a good time. It was really, it's okay. It works. With the right people, the right mood, everything works, right? And so I don't have any bad memories. We played soccer on the beach of Rio de Janeiro with the Shaman guys, you know, remember that.
So did you win 7-1 like the Germany?
No, I like the World Cup, you mean? No, actually, I'm not even sure. I was just kicking some ball. I didn't even. I'm not. No, I basically wasn't really playing. Ricardo was totally into it, and Andre too, I think, and also Hugo. He loves to play. And Lewis too, I guess. But that was just fun, you know. No, nothing with goals that we counted.
And you know that Andre he had some vision problems, right?
Oh yes, I know this. Yeah,
and he played as a goalkeeper.
Probably. It's very funny.
Back then, in the 2000 years, MTV was huge here in Brazil, and MTV used to make a show called Rock Goal, which is a soccer championship between the bands and the artists.
I know. I've seen it, I think. And that was very funny. Somebody sent it to me, and I saw it somewhere. Very funny.
Andre as a goalkeeper, as a blind goalkeeper, is so fun.
It was funny. Yeah. He also fell into holes and stuff every once in a while on stage. Yeah. So, he was anyway very goofy. Like there's a lot of goofy stories around Andre. So he was a very real person, and many people know him like as the maestro and this and that, but I know him as everything, you know, in between. Very sensitive, very fragile, goofy, funny, and everything. And